Welcome back to Sunny Royale here at the El Dorado Hotel. I'm Elliot Baldwin, joining me Silvia Reza. We're just finishing off on our topic this morning, your top story. And I mean, it's fascinating really how the World Wide Web has captivated people, but especially youngsters. We talked about some of the problems, some of the risks, perhaps addictions. But now, we need to look at it from perhaps the parent's point of view. What can they do? How can they put some controls back in the game?
Exactly. Well, and remember I mentioned earlier about communication, and most parents, they actually believe and think that they are communicating well to their children, and which I believe you, of course, and you are doing your best. However, sometimes children, they are not listening, or they don't want to listen what you are trying to say. And I would like to bring a couple examples. For instance, when I am doing workshops with parents and teenagers, I normally ask the crew of the parents, do you feel that you understand your children and your teenagers? And they said, yes, of course. Everybody at the same time, they said, yes, we do. So when I turn around, I ask the same question to the teenagers, do you feel that your parents actually understand you? They all at once say, no. They roll the eyes down and they say, no. Because it's not because you don't understand them, but it's more because they feel that they are not that you don't understand them. So, and here is the point. I'm going to get a little bit out of the subject for a moment. Follow me for a second. I promise you I'm going to go back, right? But I just want you to picture somehow how people perceive back in their minds what we are saying. So let's for a moment talk about adults, okay?
Okay.
So we're gonna like this story.
Okay.
Imagine that you and your wife, or you are your husband, are talking to each other. So if you tell the husband, you are the wife, tell the husband, honey, don't come late. You gotta be here by 7. Don't come late. You always come late. So in the back of his mind, it's going to be like, I mean, what, is she my mom? Or, what is she telling me to be here? Like, I mean, why does she have this attitude towards me? Like I was, a person who's not thinking, or what's the deal with this? Or picture this. If the husband is telling the wife, honey, you've been making spaghetti for 5 days on the roll. I mean, can't you do something different? And then she might tell you, oh, you know what? This is all we got. Or she might tell you, you know what? We don't have more time to do this. This is the quickest things. I mean, you have to understand this. Don't you see, that I'm all busy with all my stuff and the kids plus my work plus this plus that. You know what? You better do it yourself. So we're causing a reaction. That's what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
And now, if we switch that page, in the first example, if you come to the husband and you tell him, look, honey, so I suggest you come early today, or as early as you can, because I want to show you something. And please capture this. If you say, I want to tell you something, he's not going to come early. I promise you that. Why? Because you say, I'm going to tell you, or I want to tell you. So maybe in the back of his mind is going to be happening like, hey, what does she want to tell me? Maybe to clean my room, to clean the garage, to do this, to do that. Nah, I think I want to have a long meeting today. But if you say, I'm going to show you something, he might be thinking, oh, the last time she wanted to show me something, that was great. Okay, so you have a chance that he's going to be there early. And in the case of the spaghetti, if you tell her that, the reaction you are causing. But if you tell your wife, sweetie, I love your spaghetti, okay? I like it so much.
After 5 days, the spaghetti, I'm still loving it.
But also, I know you are very creative, and guess what? I think I want to have a surprise for you. Next time you bring something new, I think I'm going to have a surprise for you under my bed or under my pillow. Okay, then that day I promise you that one is going to be like wondering, Jesus. So listen to this. Gentlemen, you strike 3 times. 1, you agree to her. You are right, honey, you have to do something really fast. 2, you are giving her some attention. 3, you are bringing a surprise to her. So it's like romance. So the point of these two stories are like you are using some certain words in a certain direction, and you want the wife or the husband to feel special. And actually, I know you mean it. It's not that we're faking things, but it's just a different way to do it. Now, in the case of the children, what we have to do is the same. If you come to your children and say, don't, you don't do this, you don't do that, don't look at the websites, don't look at the dark sites, the dark side ways that he was telling us, don't, just put down your phone and come over here. It's more indications and more and more. So what you need to do with your children is, first of all, agreeing in all some stuff that they are asking you, and you can ask them questions of what they are saying or reviewing over the site, but not like, what are you saying, what are you watching? No, don't look at this. It's like, what is this, sweetie? Oh, okay. Oh, and then you ask them to tell you more about it. And what is that? Oh, I don't know. So tell me a little more about that. Like you are curious, like you really are into, like if you are a fellow with him. All right, like just for a moment, just stay there, just hang in there for a moment until you find out loud. Now, one of the things that really make a good result with the children is when you bring some third-party stories about some other children. So you can bring some videos from maybe from YouTube or Snapchats, or you decide. At least bring 2 examples of some children that have they went into a track of basically destroying themselves, and a couple of very, very good examples where children, maybe they were victims, or they actually, better yet, they actually captured the idea that they were going to be involved in a risk, and they actually chose not to. So when you bring those 2 examples, then the last question you ask your children is like, what do you think? So person B, the one that went wrong, so what do you think, after you show them the 2 videos, what do you think person B or kid B should have done instead of what he did? And let him answer. But he already saw that 2 different cases. So I guarantee you he's going to start thinking about person A and how this person resolved the situation and had the vision not to get involved in stuff that he shouldn't, and how he actually got it. And then the point of this is that you need to make them have a story in the back of their minds, just like the wife and the husband, remember the spaghetti and the coming early thing. Then you gotta do that with your children so they start making smart decisions, because like Elliot said before, most of the time parents are not there to watch out for the children, but we have to prepare them for when they are on their own, they can actually make smart choices. And of course, you gotta compensate them. Every time they make a smart choice or decision, you need to do that. So anyway, now it's time for the cooking, so which I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks, Sylvia, for that incredible address of that particular subject. There's going to be more on that as we go through the next couple of days.
Definitely.
And it is time for our midday menu with Cristal del Arco. So we're going to be coming back with a really great recipe. If you want to make something while you're down here in Mexico, Cristal's got all the cooking recipes for you. We'll be right back after these messages.